don't know if they can reach that. Hull KR coming to this game highly motivated. Lewis and May, magic.
If you're right, it would be a spectacular result for the visitors. Let's see how this one unfolds. Let's get over to our commentary team standing by, our Kyle Moore and Dave Woods.
Thank you, Brian. Well, it's the third of Warrington's three-peak challenge. They peaked against St Helens a fortnight ago, peaked again against Wigan last week, and now the third match in a row against potential grand final opponents. Can they reach the summit again, or do Hull Kingston Rovers show that they are Super League's social climbers? What we do know, Kyle Moore, is Friday night just gets better and better every week.
It sure does, Dave. Good evening to you and everyone at home as well. There's a real buzz around here tonight. Second place, third, and a chance for one of these two sides to climb to the top of the Betfred Super League. We'll just watch how this unfolds in the next 80 minutes. Can't wait.
Absolutely deafening around this ground, it really is. The fervour, the noise, the bang. And we've still got another 8 weeks to go after this before we reach the playoffs, but this is massive. What a statement one of these two sides can make tonight with victory. And it's Hull Kingston Rovers, as you can see, with a first touch of that ball. Matt Parcell in at dummy half. Little push towards the halfway line. Warrington eager not to give up too many yards in this opening set. But after 5, Hull Kingston Rovers find themselves on the halfway. So Mikey Lewis's left boot is in use for the very first time tonight. Certainly won't be the last, and well taken by Josh Hewlis.
Yeah, positioned himself well there. Josh Hewlis just takes that ball in. A decent opening set for Hull KR. You cast your mind back to the last time these two played, and Hull Kingston Rovers got off to an awful start. They really did. It's important for them to start well, start big, and start fast tonight.
Matty Ashton with the next carry. Powell in at dummy half. Well, we talk about playoff occasions, and this feels like one of those. So intense out there. I'm sure the players will have difficulty communicating with each other. Trying to get the signs out, the all-important signals, and Warrington now reach the end of their set. So Drinkwater with his left foot, and Burgess underneath it. A little bit of a slip, which gives up a yard or two, but he picks himself up with some effort and a little bit of enthusiasm there as well.
Yeah, solid defensive set as well from the away side there. Only about 20 metres made from Warrington Wolves. They kick the ball high into the corner. Burgess collects and just starts this second set now. Ryan Hall looks and finds a little bit of space there, but they do a good job to the Wolves, put him on his back.
36 years of age, by the way, Ryan Hall, no stranger to occasions like this. He's actually a year older than the coach on the opposite side, Sam Burgess. Tells you about the longevity of Ryan's career. Here's a kick from Tyrone May. Little chip over the top. Oh, and it's been chased hard there as well by Hiku, but it bounces out of play. A little bit of a gamble here for Warrington.
Yeah, Minchella ball playing through the middle of the field. Tyrone May spots some space. And if that ball had bounced in the favour of May, well, there was a 2v1 there with Matt Duffy, but it skips away and just ushers over the sideline, 25 metres away from the Warrington Wolves line. Willie Peters watches on.
He had the backspin of a Phil Mickelson chip there, didn't he? With a kick of that ball, which caused a little bit of anxiety. Warrington survive and come back up with possession. Here's Lindop. I wonder if he thought at the start of this year, when he made his debut against Kaplan, gets a penalty, that he'd still be involved at this stage of the season as well.
Well, it just shows the faith that Sam Burgess has thrown into the 18-year-old. 2 tries last week in that demolition against the champions. And he keeps Toby King out.
So a set that starts inside their opponent's half. It's a first of the night for Warrington. Williams now Nicholson. Canberra bound, of course, as we know. And his coach, well, he'll be as nervous as anybody in the ground, I'm sure. This is Vaughan who drives it in. A late HIA last week, didn't he, Paul Vaughan? There was some mystery as to whether he passed it or not, but clearly he has. Powell out of dummy half. Williams can't connect with the pass. Hiku comes up with possession, and Hull Kingston Rovers rescue that situation that was just developing.
Yeah, a bit of a sloppy error there from Ben Curry. A short ball there from Williams, perhaps not expecting it, and it gets turned over. And it's Hull KR through Parcell onto Burgess. Just crosses 40 metres away.
There's Parcell again. Having a look on the inside, and Petter Hiku's there again. He's had some early carries, hasn't he, Petter Hiku? And that past the perpendicular, so that's why the penalty has been given, and a chance for Kingston Rovers to have a full set inside their opponent's half.
Yeah, Ben Curry there. Last 30 seconds he'd want to forget an error, and then a penalty given away right on the halfway line. And Petter Hiku, ever present this season, Dave. What a signing he's been in his first of the 3-year contract.
Well, a star at Warrington as well, wasn't he, in that short spell in the Super League a couple of years back. Evans puts it back on the inside. This is Hadley, who's met well. And those Robins fans behind the sticks are sensing that something's building here. Suna with that carry. 10 away. Parcell at dummy half. They're lining up left. Mays, the man in the pivot position. Hadley's crunched to the ground. 8 metres to cover, maybe just a little bit less than that. Parcell again. Minchella now. Inside, and a big effort, this time from Whitbread. Whitbread, a stride or two away from where he wants to be. Parcell goes out to Sue, and Sue will reach the score. The game's opening try. Barely 6 minutes played, and it's the Robins in celebratory style. What an early blow they've landed.
Yeah, sure is. Soato Sue. It's his 5th try of the season, Dave, and every one of them have almost been a carbon copy. Just arriving onto that ball at speed, and the sheer power just gets him over the line. In that set there, they went 3 or 4 times, but it's just a short ball out the back. Minchella used as a decoy, and he gets in between Powell and Nicholson, and they can't cope. It's a fast start for the Robins. 4-0. You just see there, it's his 3rd try in the last 4 games. And a punch in the air from Peters. It's exactly what they needed to do, Dave, in this game.
Needed that, didn't they?
They needed that.
Absolutely needed that. Well, the top spot is up for grabs one way or another. Warrington win tonight. Their points difference will confirm them in top spot. Hull KR will need to win by at least 10 points to leapfrog Wigan. But as we seem to be saying every week, but we won't be saying it next week. We're going to have a game in hand, but that game in hand next Tuesday against Lee, and everything just levels up again, doesn't it, in terms of games played.
Mikey Lewis will fancy this. Pretty easy kick for Mikey Lewis. And that 75% succession rate just keeps ticking over.
Well, Rovers fans will tell you that 6 minutes into last week's game against London, Sue scored a try. And I'm told almost identical as well in the way it was scored.
Yeah, he's done that consistently this season. You talk about big moments in big games. Discipline, with and without the ball, is key. And that try came off the back of field position, Dave, from the error, then the penalty. And then it's 4 points behind, it turns into 6.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Rovers back in possession. Chance to flee that end of the field as well. Well, it's Warrington who you'd suggest might be full of self-belief because of those big wins against big clubs, but Kingston Rovers have got terrific form. They lost here against Warrington back in May the 9th, but they've won every one away since then, 4 on the bounce, so they don't fear travelling. And Batchelor's trying to take them an extra yard or 2 downfield.
Just those last couple of carries, Dave, there. They're just making a lot of ground with ball in hand. They look to move it to the left. Lewis with an early kick.
Was it the referee? Do you get extra points for that? And Warrington pick it up in the shape of the vibrant Matty Ashton. But Warrington are pinned again. Not having it their own way at all here, Warrington. They bossed Wigan last week, they bossed St Helens, but it's Hull KR who are doing the bossing just at the moment. And their fans are making plenty of noise as well. This is tie. Referee screams at the defenders to get up and move out of the way. Warrington are not finding this an easy ride away from their own end. Hull KR's defence is super intense.
It is, it's quick, it's fast, it's aggressive. And so far it's just restricting Warrington. Dufty puts his hand up on tackle 4, only buys 2 metres. They're going to cap the kick from deep inside.
Well, they barely covered 10 metres in 5 plays. So Drinkwater has to put boot to ball. Got a bit of a skinny bounce, but Evel's footwork is good, and he's able to bring it back. And Hull KR have a fairly advantageous start here to this particular set. Hiku again. It's 10 minutes play, Kyle. We seem to be saying this every week. Where's the time gone? It just absolutely flies by. Parcell out of dummy half, making a nuisance of himself.
It's difficult to defend Parcell, especially when you're on the back foot. Batchelor,
full of energy. Picked up by Parcell, switch back to Minchella. Minchella now straightens up. He's laid a platform for this last play. Plenty of room on the left-hand side. They've got numbers on the right. That's the way they're going. Here comes May, and Evans is involved and gets a pass away, but it's intercepted. And Matty Ashton comes up with a lifesaver for Warrington.
Yeah, well, sorry, they just push it too far through Niall Evalds. Matty Ashton just takes it. But I just think Warrington's line speed is just non-existent at the moment. They're just passive. They're waiting for Hull KR to dictate play to them. They need to flip the mindset and flip it quickly.
That chasing pack, we're talking about the top three, that chasing pack will be sniffing a slip up here tonight. One of these sides you'd expect would lose if we don't have one of those unlikely draws. And that suddenly gives a chance for the following group to close the gap on the top three. But at the moment, Warrington cannot get beyond this tidal wave of defence that just keeps coming at them. And this time Williams kicks it away, Burgess with a catch, and hurries back to position to again give his side a start to a set only just inside their own half.
Yeah, but it's Williams' deep kick from inside his own 30, and they keep going to Burgess, but he looks in the mood tonight, Dave. He's returning it with pace and interest.
Batchelor been ploughing down that right-hand side a time or two. Here's May, just beckons Hadley back on the inside. Parcell, Minchella offers it to a couple, then gives it to May, but Warrington's defence squeezing up the... Oh, that was forward. That was a forward pass from Peter Hiku. As soon as it left his hands, he knew that.
Again, that right edge, Dave, just pushing it. Evalds with the offload there, and then Peter Hiku throws it 2 yards forward to Burgess.
There's a case for offside there against Burgess, wasn't there?
Sure, if he had his time again, he would just take that tackle and allow Tyrone May or Lewis to put boot to ball and just keep Warrington Wolves at bay. But it's a scrum 30 metres away from their own end. And Willie Peters, of course, will be urging his side just to keep that line speed, keep that aggression.
6-0 Hulkingston Rovers leading here, but all square on the terraces with a noise they're generating, both sets of fans. Ulis inside for Ty. He shuffles forward, they're baying for a high head connection there. The referee's not interested. Drinkwater, and now Duffy, who puts the wheels on, but
great tackle.
Hiku gets across. Ashton picks up, and he's going to have a scamper. Just a little look at how honest that Hulkingston Rovers defence is, because they're having to defend at this end of the field for the first time for a long time. Williams' kick is knocked down, and in that little duel, Lewis and Williams, it's Lewis who gets the first medal of the night. And on the back of that, it's taken on by Gildart, and very quickly Hulkingston Rovers finding themselves down the other end again.
Yeah, the charge down there, and that mouth-watering clash of Williams and Lewis competing hard for that ball, and it's Lewis who comes up with it. Burgess looks confused. Lewis now down this left edge. Hadley had a number of carries already, Dave. That's probably about his 7 so far, the industrious back rower.
Parcell spinning it to the middle. It's just dominated by Hull KR at the moment. 14 minutes played very nearly. And they'll be looking for another score here on what is the last play in the set. Lewis waves his magic wand, that left foot, puts it in the air, and Ryan Hall drops on it to score, he thinks. But the ref says no try on the field. It's looked to the naked eye like a knock-on, but let's hear from the video ref.
Tackle 5, no
okay, it's
try.
tackle 5, live decision is no try. So look at onside, offside first, please. We can confirm the chases are onside, so we're going to go through to the contest now, please. So looking to see if this does touch Ryan Hall, as is the live decision on field. Who does this touch? That appears to be Ryan Hall there. Is there any other available angles, just to confirm that? Go slow on this. Yeah, go slow. You can see that touches Ryan Hall's hand there. Play it through, please. That touches Ryan Hall's hand. Keep playing it through now just to see where the ball goes. And that goes forward in relation to the ground. I made my decision.
Well, it looked like that, didn't it? No try. I think if they'd have asked Ryan, I think he would have said, yeah, I got a touch on there. But the technology proves it. And it is no try, but another close shave for that Warrington defence.
An absolute warning shot. Mikey Lewis's kick. Ryan Hall does well to get past that shepherd of Roderick Tye, just trying to usher him off the ball. He beats him to it, but he can't take it in. Pulis all over him as well, and the winger does well to put Ryan Hall off.
But here comes a battle of wills and physicality again. Warrington's boisterous, muscular efforts to get downfield, more than matched by Hawkinston Rovers' determination in defence in the opening 15 minutes of the game. Can Warrington unlock here?
3 out together, L10.
Powell.
Go 3.
Marching into dummy half. Curry. Right down the middle of things again.
4, open square, KR!
Powell's having a look round.
Go.
Duffy's there. And a little pass for Vaughan to push and shove, but he's met by 3.
Go 5.
Drinkwater.
Clear.
Well, Burgess has to cover some distance there to get there, but he does with consummate ease, and an offload as well. And 3 Warrington defenders were left on the floor, which means Hiku can clear up to the 30-metre mark.
Yeah, Burgess does well there. The left edge of Warrington must wrap him up, get the offload away, and the net result is 20 metres further up the field. As OKR will just look to get through this set, through Ryan Hall, and look to get a decent kick away.
All does well, plays it quickly. Lewis goes dancing out of dummy half, shrugs away Nicholson, just has a little dart, a little pop. But those next 2 trying to squeeze between, but they hold him up.
Go 4.
Parcell again. Now it's Sue, the try scorer. His name echoing around that Robbins end of their support. Parcell left again. Stuck up in the air by Lewis. Chase is on. Pulis underneath it. Very safe. Very safe.
Yeah, kept his eyes on it all the way. But the Wolves need to get a bit more kick pressure there. Mikey Lewis, for me, just had far too much time. That's probably down to the fatigue of having to pretty much defend for the opening 16 minutes inside their own end. As young Lindop looks to just try and buy some land, but he's dealt with easily.
Well, Hawkinson Rovers have come here to do a job, and you have to say, so far, they've done that job very, very well.
Well, that's the key, Dave, so far, because there is strike all over this field for the Wolves.
And here's that, one of that strike power, Duffy. Powell just ushering Vaughan forward to run as a dummy runner, as Drinkwater sticks it high. He's going to get a bounce here, but it's not a kind bounce from Warrington's point of view. It'll give the Robins a tap back on the 20.
Yeah, again, it's a kick from deep inside their own half, 35 metres away. And the kick is just a bit too strong, and it's a 7-tackle set. And Ryan Hall looks to kick this set off.
Stay here. Goal 0.
It's Burgess. Right winger coming almost from a left second rower's position to carry that one in. Picking up a scamper by Gildart. The outside backs know their task tonight if the big fellas are doing all that defending down the middle. The outside backs need a few carries to their name as well, and here's Hiku. Marcel rolls up. And he's going hunting a bit of space. Well dealt with. Yates. Now they search left. May. Inside again. For Kalepi Tanganoa, who's on from the bench.
5, move now! Come
One
on.
play to go. Hulkingston Rovers, 15 metres out. Lewis is there again. Again, it's a measured kick. There's a big chase on, and it's Tyrone May, who climbed higher than anybody else. He's shining like a diamond, and Rovers have a second.
Well, those Hull KR fans, they're in dreamland at the moment, Dave. A beautiful score, another fantastic set, but for the Wolves, they're just conceding ground, losing the ruck. Parcell taking off before Mikey Lewis gets the ball in his hand and just puts a lofty kick up, and it becomes a contest. And there's enough pink shirts in the frame, and Tyrone May just climbs higher than anybody else and just plucks this ball out of the air, pinches Duffy's pocket and puts the ball down. It's 10-0.
He's in the frame. Have a look at me. And his coach is delighted. And a quarter of the game gone. This is very, very impressive from the visiting team.
Well, what's most impressive for me, Dave, I've said it a few times already, it's their intent, their statement in defence of application, attitude, togetherness, a willingness to get off the line and do a good job so far on the key players in Duffy and Paul Vaughan and George Williams. And again, it's an error with the boot that concedes a 7-tackle set, and in the blink of an eye, they go all the way down the other end of the field, a kick to the corner, and a Tyrone May score.
Just stay where we're at, boys. Might get a bit more challenge from Warrington in terms of hands around the ball, but manage that as a way
Lewis
it
will
comes.
settle. Kick predictor suggests 73%, so a kind of a probably, but we're not quite sure. Little chat to himself. Mikey Lewis, the inner dialogue before he strikes that left foot.
Pulled it.
And he puts it wide. So it remains at 10 points to 0.
And Mikey Lewis, he gets his 19th try assist to go top of the Betfred Super League in that department. It's another kick. You know, between all of the tries, the 90 tries that Hull Kingston Rovers have scored, over 60% of them have either been scored or created by Niall Avals and Mikey Lewis. And he's there again.
Well, this just to show you how tight it is at the top. Hull Kingston Rovers points difference exactly the same as Wigan as it stands. I mean, a lot's going to change in the next 5 minutes, never mind the rest of the night and the rest of the season, but just an indicator of how tight things are at the top. Of course, Warrington win. They're top.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It might be a consistent theme for what's left of the season, but, you know, as the guys were pointing out, after week 9, the table looks very different. We've still got almost a third of the season to go. It might look very different again by the end of the year.
Oh, there'll be definitely more twist and turn, Dave, no doubt about that. But right now, it's the Robins who are flying high.
Surrender. Stand for. Go for. It's all right, it's not surrender.
Parcell takes it out of dummy half.
Offload 4.
Offload is good. Hadley collects it. He decides the best route is forward.
5, move now. Go on, Sam.
Last play for Hull Kingston Rovers, and they're inside their own half here, so Mikey Lewis will kick it away.
Get in tempo. You're good now, mate.
Safely patched by Duffy. A relatively advantageous position for Warrington to start this set. Not the best of starts, but it's the best they've had for a while.
Yeah, I think it took them a quarter of the game before they applied themselves as Hull KR were coming away from their own end. And a penalty given away here, much needed one as well, Dave. He's Fulis fighting on the floor, and he's in there too long. All over Fulis there, turns him on his back, just spreading his body. And a penalty given, and rightly so, as the rain comes teeming down here at the Halliwell Jones on a warm summer's night.
Let's get on time a little bit quicker, come on.
John Bateman's on the field, by the way, for his Warrington debut. And his first act is a dummy run. So what can he add to this Warrington team? We shall see.
Go on.
Yet another debutant in this 2024 Betfred Super League season.
Move together.
He brings a wealth of experience and a competitive nature, does Bateman.
Williams back to Drinkwater, and here's Nicholson trying to run that line.
Oh, he's lost it.
Lost the ball. And Hawkinson Rovers can congratulate themselves for a job well done.
Well, the knock on here from Nicholson, and then just keep your eyes on George Williams as the ball rolls free. He just kicks the ball away.
He's in front, kicks the ball.
And he's in front of it as well, and it's just, again, Dave, it's just little bits of detail in discipline.
That's hard, Mikey.
So a knock-on becomes a penalty, and the penalty means that Hull KR start on the halfway line rather than 20 metres from their own line.
I'm not sure, Dave, after 23 minutes that the home side have had to play the ball inside their opposition 20. It's the hardest part to defend in the game, your own 20. And they're not having to exert any energy whatsoever.
Incella shows and then goes, or tries to go, but three of those Warrington defenders wrestling into the ground. Marcel again, here's May. Little skip jump from him, and Whitbread takes it forward again.
Open square, Paul!
Dominating possession, 58% so far. May again. Thatcham bounces in. Wrestle to the ground, but 2 plays to go here.
Go for.
And they're 20 metres out. May once more. Hurls it back to Lewis. Lewis puts the kick over the top. Ryan Hall chasing after that. But I think he got a Warrington touch. And Gildart was there to pick up the pieces. This might be a try. He says no try on the field.
The possible push by Ryan Hall
from our video referee Liam Moore.
No try.
Live decision is no try on field, so first of all confirming they are onside from the kick. Can confirm he is onside, we can play on from this point. So we're looking at the contest again now, please. Looking to see if Ryan Hall knocks the ball on. So something close, please. Maybe something in the corner. So does this touch Ryan Hall? Probably the corner post is going to be yeah, this will do. So go slow on this, please. Yeah, it appears to on that one. Is there any available angle just to confirm it? That definitely does touch Ryan Hall. Yeah, this will be the one, please. Yeah, and we can see that it touches Ryan Hall's left hand and goes forward in relation to the ground. I've made my decision.
Well, Ryan Hall's fingertips are playing a big part in this game, aren't they, one way or another? But twice. It has led to a no-try decision. And is it too much to say Warrington are looking shell-shocked?
Well, I think they're just stunned. And I think some of it is largely their own doing. Turning the ball over cheaply, backing it up with penalties as well. But I just think they're just static at the moment. They're waiting for their opposition to dictate play to them. They're on the back foot and they're finding it difficult to rescue it. Now, there's still plenty of time left in this game. But on another night, Ryan Hall could have played his part there in another 2 scores for Hull KR. 2 missed opportunities, perhaps. But they need a response to the Wolves.
So Warrington again in familiar territory. Their own end of the field.
But there's the common theme there. Well, Ty does well. He does very well, in fact. But their attitude, the willingness to commit to defence is Hull KR. That's what puts you as a top side. Bateman with his first carry, and he's well met.
Big cheer. Not sure who that came from, the Warrington fans or the Rovers fans, because he was tackled, but he did get a big cheer. The number 42. This is Powell. Now it's Vaughan. They could do with one of his big carries, couldn't they? Big meters after contact, but not on that occasion. And Dufty now looking for a skip, and he gets the ball away to Williams, and Williams back to Dufty, and Dufty to Nicholson, and Nicholson now to Ty, and look at the desperation of that Rovers defence. 3-4 times they'd open them up, and it closed again. But Warrington still have it. Williams now kicks it all the way left, but it's an easy take for May, and he can't believe it. Chance, they've not had many, and they've just blown them.
Yeah, but there's the threat, isn't it? Dufty and Williams combined. Matty Nicholson. Oh, and they've backed it up with another penalty, Dave. They're killing themselves at the moment. They're absolutely killing themselves. It's young Holroyd. It just goes in, lends more weight and stays in there too long, does the youngster. But what about this? Dufty to Williams combining. And then look at the effort at the top of the screen from Burgess. Keeps going from the opposite side. Gildart in there too, huge tackle from the right-sided winger on Roderick Ty. Brilliant, brilliant stuff.
Let's go.
Well, desperation in defence, but a lot of energy stored from all the time they've had the ball in the opposition half as well.
Yeah.
Paul, quicker, come on.
When you've not been doing that much defence, Dave, you're right. You can find effort. But let me tell you, that's a massive play from Joe Burgess and Gildart in there too on Roderick Ty.
Well, again, testing the resolve of this Warrington defensive line. Lewis skipping in, lost the ball, picked up, and here comes Dewlis, and off goes Dewlis, and Burgess in hot pursuit, but Dewlis won't have it for speed. He has, and doesn't that lift the noise at this stadium? It was a gift in the end. Boy, did they need it, but it still has to be confirmed.
We've got to try. Just check if it touches a Warrington hand as the ball has been passed.
Was there a touch, as you heard? Let's hear from the video referee.
Okay, the live decision is a try on field, so we're looking to see if there's a knock-on after the ball is passed by Lewis here, or if it comes out as part of the tackle. So Lewis is in possession here. Williams is low. Comes in from the side. Yeah. Any other angles, please, just to confirm if it's ball and all. Please, yeah. So he's got possession at this point, still in possession, and that looks to come out ball and all at that point. So, any other angles available on that, or again, that looks to be ball and all as the tackle comes out. It's all part of the tackle. Show it again, please. Yeah, you can see Yates is making the tackle. Or go slow on this, please. Actually, this might help me. Has that ball left Lewis's hands? Because if he's left his hands, then it is no longer part of the tackle. So go slow here, please. Go slow. Where is that ball? That appears to have left at that point. Can we switch it now to the camera angle, please? Camera 2. This match may help. Yeah, the pictures aren't great on this, so go real slow. Go slow again on this one, go slow again this one. So we're going to read nice and slow, please. Go back on this one, please. Let's go slow. So we've got to establish, is this ball and all, or has it already left Lewis's grip when it's touched by Yates? Go slow. Go slow again. Go back on this real, literally frame by frame, please. Slow. Yeah. So has it left, or is it all part of the tackle? You can see that that's left his grip. So there is sufficient evidence there that the ball has left Lewis's grip, so that's a knock-on, but then it is touched by Yates, so that is a second knock-on. I've made my decision.
This is not going to be popular.
Just get the mark through.
Here we go. Listen to this. But we heard the explanation there. Forensic investigation. And you have to say, right decision.
Yeah, it was the third call, wasn't it? After the third replay. The ball is a beautiful tackle there from Williams. It dislodges, and then Yates just knocks it on forward. And I have to say as well, if we're going to study that tackle, there's some force there on Mikey Lewis. As he comes straight over the top of that.
So as you were, still 10-0. solution now as to where that knock-on was.
A huge moment, Dave, in the context of this first half.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, Danny.
Well, Jack Smith, by the way, his 100th Super League game tonight, so quite an occasion for him.
Ball in.
A little bit of controversy to boot as well. This is time.
First. Move Elliott.
So everybody settles back down again just a little, but won't be for long. Bateman offloads. Walker can't scoot away from the ever-eager Lewis.
He's outside goal.
Williams wearing a bandage around his head now as this is taken in by Crowder.
6 again called there, Dave, on the play before with Lewis and Walker.
Yates, solid as ever, but they're creeping into enemy territory. It's back with Drinkwater, now it's Williams, puts it back to Duffy. Duffy tries to put the footwork on, Lewis almost had him, but did enough. Sanganoi comes in as well, and the referee says illegally. High tackle, penalty for Warrington.
Yeah, Duffy does ever so well there. So many tackle busts to his name. Gets rid of Mikey Lewis. It's the play over the top there. Tanganoa, that left arm, from swinging across and catches Duffy high.
Careful, keep him down.
Now, we haven't seen much of this at all. Warrington Wolves down near their opposition try line. What have they got here?
Well, the first carry will be from Nicholson, who gives his side a starting position with 5 to go, 15 metres out. Walker's on the field, Drinkwater pops it back on the inside, Bateman. Seen him run that angle from out to in so many times. Can't find any purchase. Williams pops it up. Big effort, big tackle, Holroyd denied. Quick play the ball. Walker hooks it back. Yates now slams it in. Hawkinson Rovers defence is desperate at the moment. Hoyt's back to Williams. Williams inside for Drinkwater. It's opening up. Has he got it down, or is this just another amazing piece of defensive action from those desperate Rovers defenders?
First time he doesn't ground the ball, and then he's held up. Then Williams just check the first one. He doesn't ground it.
Video referee will give us conclusive evidence.
Okay, tackle forward. This is no try on field, so we're looking to see if Drinkwater gets the ball done initially. So we can see he's wrapped up at this point, so does the ball ever get to the ground? He's always under the ball there, still under the ball. You see the ball is always up. Always up. Still play it through from here, please. I can always see the balls never touch the ground at this point, and we can see it's wrapped up here. Keep it going, keep it going. You can see that's the point the referee blows the whistle. I made my decision.
We're going into 5 or 4.
Well, spoiler alert, but I suspect at half-time the guys will be talking about Hawkinson Rovers' defence here tonight, amongst other things, because that's another effort that is denied Warrington. But Warrington still have possession and still have position, and Williams sticks it high, and Burgess leapt from the field, so he's forced back into the in-goal area, drop out underneath the sticks, and another wave of wire attack to come.
Yeah, it was a super take from Burgess as well. But the chasing left edge through Holroyd and Ashton. Luke Yates in there too, forces another goal line, forces a goal line dropout here. And it's taken 30 minutes before they put back-to-back sets and a bit of pressure on KR's line. But the tackle from Elliott Minchella was brilliant to hold up Drinkwater. And if you're going to go on and win titles, Dave, and win big games, you've got to win big moments, and that was one of them.
Lewis, high and clear. Back it comes through Yates. Mikey Lewis had his beady eye on the shot clock throughout that, taking as much time as he could before he eventually punted it downfield. But back it comes, Bateman with the second carry. Walker's in at dummy half. They've got loads of numbers on this right-hand side, including Yates again. Repelled for the moment by the Robins defence. Sudden rush to the left from Williams. Walker trying to use that renumbering and confusion amongst the whole KR defenders to try and burst his way through, but they've measured up. Drinkwater, Williams moving wide, ties out there. They were getting nervous, the Rovers defenders, but they stuck to their task. Hewlis hooks it back to the middle. Drinkwater slides it through. Chases on. Eccles, very cool, very calm, very collected, but he's touched it. I thought he'd let it go down, but the referee said there was a touch there.
Yeah, I thought the same as you, Dave, from where we're watching here, but Jack Smith, he's in the right place. Unfortunately for Niall Balls, the wrong time.
It's behind the line, but it's not hit the ground, so it's still in play effectively. It's when it hits his leg.
But this is better from Warrington, forcing repeat sets through the kicks. And they're threatening, Dave, they are.
Test of nerve, test of character. And it was embodied in that one carry and the response from the defensive line. Crowther picks himself up. Walker gives it on to Yates. 4 plays to go. Warrington seeking a way back into the game. Bateman. Another carry. 3 around him. He's refusing to go to ground. Eventually he has to. So it slows things down. Rovers back and ready on their line. Slung left, Drinkwater to Williams, Williams out to Dufty, Dufty puts the left foot step on, can't get away. All those limbs came clutching for him and dragged him down. Warrington have another go. Drinkwater, Crowther, steps off that left foot. But they've only 1 play left here. Walker again. Back to Williams, inevitably. Williams right-footed, it's taken a couple of touches. And Lewis eventually comes up with the ball.
A scratchy end to the set there from Williams, who's just trying to thread the front line defence there. Just slip it in behind Lewis. He just ricochets and bounces up, and Lewis collects. Still just does enough there to trap and scrap on that play.
Here's a kick.
And 3 back-to-back sets there for the visiting side. They answer everything that Warrington threw at them.
Gildar.
Luke off that ball! Square now, go for John.
This is Ryan Hall. He loves that job, doesn't he? Try scoring is prolific, but he loves that job. And Lewis will just whack it downfield. Reminder, as you can see, going through the plethora of rugby action we have. Ashton tackled just as well, otherwise he was going. Burgess again was involved in that first and then again in the second. He's having quite the game defensively.
He is, yeah. He's working hard tonight with and without the ball. Joel Burgess. Well, that's 3 plays gone.
It's going to be a night for one Burgess or another, isn't it? Williams to Dufty. Now it's Ty. Ty trying to pick a path, but Lewis is doing his job as well, clutching at the ankles. Dufty picks up and goes skidding forward. Lovely stuff. Ty puts it out to Pulis, but there's a curtain dressed in pink that comes sweeping across. Nowhere to go. And 1 play left. Williams again. Dances away from Hadley, puts the kick in, but it's an easy one for May, and Hull KR have it back 10 from their own line.
Oh, it's brilliant kick pressure on George Williams. I think it's Dean Hadley, actually. But all it does is it puts him off enough, and as he steps back, Tyrone May just sits in the pocket, knows where the kick's coming. And it's good work there from the back rower.
This is exhausting, absolutely. They've got to do it again for another 40 minutes.
Loving it.
If they can keep this up, my goodness. Hadley again. They're whacking into her. And they're claiming it was a head. I don't like that.
No.
Hands going up and heads being tapped. The referees can do their job without that. May kicks it away. And Ashton will catch. And Ashton will use a bit of that speed to get himself as far back downfield as possible.
He does well there. Matty Ashton to drop back, collect the ball, return it. And young Lindop there just buys another 10 metres for the Wolves. They're running out of time in this half, Dave.
Williams, Nicholson. Carrying them closer.
Hold.
Yard by yard. And every yard is so hard-earned here tonight. On yet again another night of intensity. You know, every week we seem to be watching a game and saying, is that the best we've seen this year?
Minchella, bleeding player. Can't play on from it.
Minchella's got some blood, so that's why we've stopped the game.
Yeah, Jack Smith there, just calling for some running repairs on Minchella. You see there, huge gash there to the right eye. He's been in the wars, but he revels in this situation. He loves defending Minchella.
Well, while he's getting that treatment, let's just hear from Danica. Danica.
Yeah, quick injury update on Jai Whitbread. He came off the field and straight down the tunnel to get his shoulder checked out. They're saying that he's looking all right to come back out, but we're still waiting on it, but hopefully return to play soon.
Thanks, Danica.
I know if you're backed in. I'm not sure, mate.
Minchella gets the bandage.
El, you'll need to get Rig out, mate, and change shirt. You'll have to get Rig out and change shirt. That was
Change his shirts as well. Well, Warrington fans are getting just a little bit impatient here because my suggestion is we'll get off the field and do that rather than hold the game up.
Well, it does play into favour for Hull KR, a chance just to get some oxygen into the lungs, because the last sort of 10 minutes, Dave, they've had to do a lot of defending. The momentum of this game is starting to swing back into the home team. 4 minutes left here of this first half.
Drinkwater pops it back to Williams, and Duffy's arriving on the scene as well with his threat, but Gildart's got him covered completely.
Go, 5.
Hewlis. Williams, a very quick line up there, which Williams sensed and tried to chip past them. But again, it's Mikey Lewis who's on the end of it. He's reading his England partner, half-back partner, well so far tonight.
But again, George Williams is, you know, he's got a better kick array than that. The last 2 kicks haven't really been what's needed in this game. A chance to maybe roll the ball into the corner, force a repeat set, or apply pressure through your defence, knowing that you'll get the ball back in a good place. But instead, it's Kalepi Tanganoro who does well to get in between George Williams and Matty Nicholson.
Minchella, dancing a weave. Parcell. Get to see Jez Litton on the field, haven't we? He'll had a bit of spice when he comes on.
That's better kick pressure.
Oh, just outside the 40, but that is still a good kick.
Yeah, it's a good kick under pressure there from Danny Walker, and I don't think we've seen too much of that on Mikey Lewis. He's been able to have time to find space and put the kick exactly where he needs, and he does do well there to find the ball, roll over 15 metres away from Warrington's line, but it's better from Warrington.
Stay on this 10. Let's go, John. No tackle.
Well, in years gone by, we're not just talking about last year and the year before, but for a good few years, this kind of situation, you would expect Warrington to melt. But the Burgess model is very different this year, isn't there? There's a great deal more resilience.
I think there's certainly a belief amongst the playing group, and I do believe that the personnel that they've got out there puts them in a much more favoured position. As Walker looks to take off, Bateman now with his hands on the ball. But this will be a learn for them this first half. How they respond in the second 40 will be pivotal.
Williams joining in on that left-hand side. Lindop's there to offer a bit of space and scope, but is the Revers, or was that a flop?
So he didn't need to do that. He gets away with that.
Referee says play on. Williams kicks it back to the corner. Being chased hard. Holroyd's there, but so too in defence is Evans. But it's a tough place to start from, but with only 1 minute and 20 to go, I think OKR will take this.
Which goes to my point of how they finished the set on the other side of the field. It makes it very, very difficult for any team to find any territory. That's 3 plays gone, 5 metres made. And they'll perhaps get one more crack, one more look, and one more chance to find some points so far in a half that sits 10-0 to the visitors.
Mikey Lewis just belts it downfield. He wasn't looking for angles or anything like that. He just wanted distance. And Duffy collects it on the fly and brings it back. And May goes diving into him and does just enough so that when Burgess comes in, the job's more than half done. Lindop. That's Luckley who's on the field, who's flying around like Superman. This is Williams. Nicholson. Lewis there, tigerish. He's done his work in defence tonight, hasn't he?
Certainly
Mikey
has.
Lewis. Crowder.
In there again. Crowder looking for the offload, can't find it. They've got 2 plays left to defend here.
Go 4.
Drinkwater, Williams, Duffy, the famous trio. Duffy puts the kick in and goes chasing after that, but Ryan Hall's there to take it, and that will be the last play. I think it was an attempted shot play because they were so close to the end of the half. But those Hull Kingston Rovers coaching staff, emotions very different to what we'll see in the Warrington box. But what a job Hull KR have done in that first half. A lead of 10 points to 0. They have dominated large parts of this game as well. What a second half we can look forward to. But half-time, it's Warrington 0, Hull Kingston Rovers 10.
Dave, Kyle, thank you very much. What a job indeed, with and without ball in hand. Hull KR have been exemplary. They lead 10-0 at half-time, and they have repelled on countless occasions in that first 40 minutes. Some very sharp Warrington attack that cannot find a way through. Hull KR's 2 tries to the good now. Tyrone May's second one in his return to the side has given them a healthy half-time lead. We'll get the thoughts of Jody Cunningham and John Wilkin on the other side of this break.
Indications based on Hull KR's attitude is that they're going to kick on in the second half.
Let's get over to Danica for half-time team news. Danica.
An eerily calm Warrington, where Sam said he wants them to forget about that first half and just focus on the second half going forward. Unlike the KR changing room full of energy, Willie Peters wants exactly the same. Dave and Kyle, back up to you.
Thanks, Danica. Well, we hope it's exactly the same in terms of entertainment and intensity. Warrington looking to fix things up. Hull Kingston Rovers looking to build on what they have provided in that first half as Mikey Lewis gets us underway in this second half. And Luke Yates, with that typical blood and thunder effort, brings it out. And Hull KR's defence measuring up again. 4 of them in that tackle. And Warrington are getting some distance and are helped here by a penalty.
A sloppy start there from Hull KR. Matt Parcell deemed offside. And the 2 carries that we've just seen there, perhaps that's the clearest message for Sam Burgess. Get out there, carry hard, be direct, and then play. Play and take your opportunities when they present themselves.
Well, games can change in the blink of an eye, and this is potentially one of those. The league table seems to be changing every 5 minutes as well. There it is at the moment, the top 3. Hull Kingston Rovers on points percentage ahead of Wigan at the moment, but it is just at the moment. And behind that, the pack that chases as well. As they were saying at half-time, there is so much to come for the rest of this season. But let's just entertain ourselves with this tonight. That's a penalty. May's the high shot on Holroyd, and is that Drinkwater who's been left behind on the floor?
Yeah, it was Sam Luckley. Just catches him as when this ball gets released. It's the pass before that.
So it's going to be a penalty for Warrington, come what may.
Interesting, Hull Kingston Rovers started this second half in a sloppy fashion. That's late. Sam Luckley there.
Well, it's the next one that the penalty's been given for. But this is the position it's given them as well. 10 away, 5 plays to go. Warrington looking to pounce early. Bateman still dragging himself closer to that line. Whatever else he brings to this team, he certainly brings determination. And now it's Crowder, just swarmed around by 3 defenders. Walker's having a look left and right. Walker goes right. Drinkwater's there. Williams tries the running effort, met by shoulders. Lewis is there again on his man. And Warrington withheld. Another set of 6. Restart to the tackle count. Right on the line for Warrington. Is this the time they pounce? Crowder drives it in. Walker again waits patiently. Drinkwater left, but he dodges right. And first man is Yates. Hull KR's defence working overtime again. Warrington asking all the questions. Now it comes to Drinkwater. This is Lindop. Lindop tries to get on the outside of his man. Made it just enough in defence. Burgess there as well. To Drinkwater. Line speed, quick from Hull KR again, shutting down Warrington's options. as Bateman has to carry it forward. And there are 2 plays to go. This is Drinkwater. Now it's Williams. Out wide. Ty, they've got numbers. Hall tries to close it down. Lewis gets across to make the tackle. The ball goes free. And that incredible Robbins defence just keeps turning up.
Well, they look like they were done for all money here. But it's Mikey Lewis again, who just keeps his legs moving, keeps working under the ball, and does enough, Dave. And the roar from the visiting fans, look what it means to them all. They celebrate like that, like a try, and why wouldn't they? But it was all work that they didn't need to be doing, Dave.
There's a calm intensity in that Warrington coaching box at the moment, isn't there? How do we open up this defence tonight, will be the question. What do we have to do? And Rovers settling in again as Ryan Hall tries to bring it clear. Listen to those Rovers fans. Red Robin being sung with gusto.
It's good footwork there from Kalapi Tanganoa. Just makes foolery out of Crowder's attempt. And that's better from Crowder there.
Hardly gets himself up and plays the ball. This is Batchelor. Warrington's turn to turn up the bruising efforts to keep Hawkins Rovers pressed down at that end. Minicella swerves back in an arcing run. Barcel. Kick away by Lewis. Up in the air. Hewlis underneath with a catch. They're closing him down. They're closing him down, giving no options.
Another good chase there. Through the middle of the field as well as Ty. He just tries to roll forward, wants a quick play of the ball, doesn't get one.
Here's Ashton. A little bustle and hustle, but dragged back a yard or 2. Walker comes right, Yates. Luke Yates trying to roll that barrel-like body through those defenders, but they do their job. Walker, little dash, but he's on the 5th. It's a quick play, the ball, which should give plenty of space here for Williams to get a kick away and pick his position, but he's found Burgess on the fall, and Burgess will bring it back. Well, he's been pushed back a yard or 2, but Hawkins Rovers still starting 30 metres from their own line.
Kalapi Tanganoa down in back play. Peter Hickey does well to get rid of Yates. Just poke his nose 40 metres over. Batchelor just try and land on the halfway line, just short.
Keen and eager from Batchelor, and May spins it back to Mincella. And this is Lockley. He's done well to roll that ball free as well.
4 out together. Stay where you were, me.
Warrington backtracking. Deep inside their own half where they're defending at the moment. May puts a little kick over the top. This should be one for Duffy to deal with ease, but look where it's put him, right from the corner. And the chase is magnificent.
Yeah.
And Warrington start from there.
Great kick, chased his old kick as well there, mate. First on the scene. Young Lindop just tries to poke his nose through. With Hewlis now, so the back 3 all involved, early plays. Just trying to get out of that pocket that May just dictated to with the boot. And a penalty given away again. That's 3 inside the opening 6 minutes. All yardage penalties as well.
Well, they're making Warrington's job slightly easier. But easier is very much a relative term on a night like this, isn't it? For the Wolves, 5 inside their opponent's half when they tap and go again. Williams, Dufty, ties on the outside. Dufty tries to skim them.
Hold, no, go on.
Hewlis. Yates slamming it forward.
Move now, Batchelor, stay.
Walker.
Stay.
There's a little look behind him to see what's coming. Crowder's there, and Crowder offering support and a bit of cut and thrust as well. Eating up the yards once more, getting themselves closer to an attacking position on the final play. Bateman.
4. Move.
2 plays to go. Walker.
Oh, you're all right.
Drinkwater. Back to Dufty. Dufty throws it wide. There's the pass. There's the moment. And there's the try. They've been hunting all night. Ashton finally delivers from a wonderful cut-out ball. And Warrington are on the board and in the game.
Well, if they were always going to score points, the Wolves, you always fancied it being down this right edge in between May and Peter Hiku. You just see there, Batchelor gets forward, and the right edge, it's fragile because so many times they do different things. And we just see there a bit of a disconnect. Nobody really makes a play to do anything. And the ball out to Matty Ashton is a peach of a ball there. His 98th career try, Matty Ashton, after a beautiful pass from the fullback. And it all comes off discipline, ill-discipline from Hull KR. They've started the second half quite poorly in that department. Willie Peters will be disappointed because they've gifted field position. And Warrington, they have the arsenal, Dave, to take advantage against all the defences in this competition this season. And they've done it there down the left edge through Matty Ashton.
Danny Ward having his say alongside Willie Peters. Just a rebalancing of approaches now maybe from both sides, because that try just throws a completely different complexion on this. 83% success probability. I was watching him in the warm-up, Josh. He was out there very early. He's a very unfussy kicking style. Little step back. He nailed more or less all of them in the warm-up, but he's put the one that really counts wide. So 4 points to 10.
You just got a sense, Dave, that the next try in the context of this game was an important one. You see Batchelor just goes forward, Tyrone May, he gets sucked in, Peter Hiku just gets caught ball watching. And the pass goes out wide there. Matty Ashton holding his chalk, arriving at the right time and getting 4 points.
Lewis Burke gets things underway again. And relatively fresh Zane Musgrove. Walker away. We haven't seen tonight Jez Litton so far, have we? I don't think. Kept out of the heat of the battle.
Oh, Willie Peters has done that a number of times this season, just kept hold of that card and waited for the right opportunity to bring him onto the field, because he can speed up the ruck. He does like to jump and run.
Here's Walker. Sixth tackle this, the last tackle I should say. So the kick away from Drinkwater. Patched by Burgess. And we're going to see him. We're going to see him right now, Jez Litton. Maybe Willie Peters has got us in his ear and has forgotten he got the player on the bench. Suspect that's not the case, by the way. Gildart on the search. Well, what does he add to the spice of things? Well, they get a penalty. It's Warrington's turn to give a little bit of indiscipline away and give Hull Kingston Rovers a piggyback downfield.
Yeah, you felt that they needed this, Dave, because the game was just starting to potentially just slip away from that stranglehold that they had on it. It's a very different defensive line that we're seeing. Yes, they scrambled well on their own line, but in terms of getting forward, initiating contact, there hasn't been the same as what was in the first 40. But an opportunity here now in good ball.
It's a good carry by Sue to start things, and luckily we'll try and carry on that momentum. So two gone, 4 to go, and 20 metres to cover. This is May. And now Lewis, and Lewis with a step, but they were waiting for him. Back down the middle. Litton, early-ish involvement in his game. Minchella pushing and trying to get the arm free as well, but Musgrove's got a hold of him, make sure that can't get it away. Well, that's a quick dash. Another set of 6, marker not square. So another set of 6 here. So plenty of opportunities for Hull Kingston Rovers. Back it comes to May. Oh, opportunities lost. because Luckley lost the ball, dropped on by Walker, frustration, but Warrington lift again.
Yeah, sloppy from the Robins. Who's the big Geordie? Sam Luckley just has a look up. He's got Danny Walker, in his eye line. And the pass just goes off his hip, goes behind him.
Moments that matter. There were 5 plays to go after that.
Yeah.
Williams throws it wide. Lindop had a thought about going. Drinkwater. Musgrove. Walker. It's Williams on his shoulder. Williams with a bit of footwork and grabbed. The Warrington fans thought grabbed high, but referee Jack Smith had good view of that and says play on, and Drinkwater gets the kick away. And on the standards of his night, there was never ever going to be a moment of Burgess dropping that ball.
Yeah, Joe Burgess taking in everything tonight, but he was held out there by May and Hiku, just making sure that the left edge of Warrington Wolves just had to do a little bit more work in order to try and get a contested catch on Joe Burgess. Comes up with it.
Here's Hall. A heavy-duty carry for the winger. Litton throws it inside to Lewis. Then they try to straighten things up, but Warrington's defence is having none of that. They don't want to give up a yard at the moment. So you know, is off the field, as you can see.
Oh, Sue's lost it now.
Well, it's another mistake, another tide-turning moment.
I just wonder, Dave, whether the fact that they front-loaded all that effort, all that energy into their defensive actions in the first half, whether it's biting and burning them. Because this second half, they've looked a little bit tired, their line speed hasn't been there, they're coming up with lapses of concentration, losing the ball, giving away penalties, and it's walking the wire crowd up.
So Drinkwater feeds that ball in, and Walker's waiting behind the back of the scrum and throws it out to Lindop. Oh, and Lindop's now lost it, and then so too has Evolds, but his first knock on.
There's a little bit of afters in there as well, yeah. It's a great shot. Here's Peter Hiku on young Lindop. Lindop, sorry. It's the left shoulder there of Peter Hiku, just dislodges that ball. And I'll tell you something, if Niall Evolds picks this ball up with Burgess on the outside, there's an opportunity here. Just spill it.
But they'll take this possession back again inside their own half, but only by a stride or two. Hiku's initial carry doesn't make too many yards. Litton going left, Batchelor going forward. Warrington wrestle. Litton again. Minchella pops it back to Lewis. Looking for a bit of width, it's Gildart.
Find the red line. Go third.
Hadley, every intention of going there from the moment he had the ball.
Move back here. Come on, Jordy.
4 shirts all over him.
Give him space. Go.
Still a couple of plays to go. Litton goes dashing out again, taking them a little bit closer. Last play coming next. 5 tackles gone, here comes the last. Minchella throws it wide, Lewis sticks it up in the air. There's a test here, both in attack and defence. The ball's been gone to ground, it's play on, says the referee! And Mikey Lewis on the end of it might just have scored. A hugely important try. It has been confirmed. It almost came from nowhere. But Lewis, as he so often is, in the middle of everything that matters, has given Hulkingston Rovers a little bit of comfort in the lead again.
Well, Mikey Lewis there with his 13th try of the season, 6 in the last 4. And a hugely important one, but there's 2 parts of this, Dave. One, it's time and space that Mikey Lewis has once again to put the kick where it needs to be. Ryan Hall this time gets a genuine hand on it, bats the ball back, and Mikey Lewis, the strength of the young man, is all there, all able to see. But from a Warrington Wolves perspective, he has to be stopped. There's 4 attempts on him, and it's too easy. But I go back to what I said earlier, the kick or the timing that he's able to have to put that ball exactly where it needs to be to make it a genuine contest. The kick pressure from the Warrington Wolves needs to be better, particularly down that end of the field. You have to get off your line, you have to manipulate that, and they don't. And a man of the class of Mikey Lewis makes them pay.
Well, the belief around these parts was growing and growing from those in Warrington colours, but it's just been deflated very rapidly there by that Mikey Lewis try. Parcells taking over the kicking duties, by the way. Jez Litton, I should say. Jez Litton taking over the kicking duties. Just settling himself into this. Not long in the battle. 17 goals so far this season, and if that is 18, which it is, it edges Kingston Rovers further ahead, and he puts them clear at the top, by the way, on points difference.
Yeah, say Musgrove, sorry, just gets out of the tackle, gets back, but again, there's no kick pressure in and around him. The desperation, the desire. One of the most dangerous men in the competition at the moment, Mikey Lewis. They give him too much time, and he burns them.
And look at those games to come, by the way. If you think this is special, there's plenty of big games to come. So many stories there with all those matches in the Super League this weekend. Top 6 is the prize for so many clubs at the moment. You'd say 8 going down to Lee. And Wigan Lee next Tuesday, that's going to be huge as well. We've got a stoppage here because George Williams is semi-naked out there. Can't play with just your tattoos on show, George. What's this all about?
I think there must have been blood all over his shirt. You can see there, the right-hand side of his head. Got plenty of blood on there, but perhaps he sent the kit man for a quick dash down the tunnel, find a new shirt.
Just tattoo the number 6 on his back and we can carry on. How's that making you feel about yourself, seeing that?
What are you trying to say, Dave?
Quickly moving on, this is how it stands. Okay, you were once like that, Kyle. Hull KR on points difference, 2 points difference at the top, and AD Gardner's there with the extra shirt. Go on, George, get yourself decent again. Big smiles all around. He's okay again. I wonder if they've had to quickly iron on the number 6. Anyway, we're underway. Kingston Rovers leading by 16 points to 4. 21 minutes left to play. Don't go anywhere because this could go either way still. It's going to be a momentous last 20 minutes or so, you'd imagine. But so far, what a night for Hull KR.
A nice little play there out of backfield. Burgess, Lewis and Ryan Hall combining. Musgrove goes for a big shot. Does well there. Tackling the left edge back rower.
That is chopped down. A seeker passage down at the middle. Whitbread dealt with. Minchella with a dance.
He's solid, isn't he, Minchella?
Hold, stay.
Little. Mikey Lewis, the growing reputation of Mikey Lewis has grown a little more tonight, hasn't it, in the heat of this big game? His defensive efforts, the try scoring from the opportunity.
Oh, he's done it all. You know, you mentioned there, saving tries through his defence, another try assist, another try.
Oh, so I battered that one in. His head flashed back, but he's okay. Bateman.
He's dealt with well there, and that's better. The Hull KR.
Made a few and lost a few. Still a couple of plays left in the set. Musgrove carries in. 4 plays gone now. 4 tackles gone. 2 to go. Curry. Comes left, Williams. Oh, and he's lost the ball. Batchelor just got a hold of his hands, and suddenly Burgess almost set 3. Good job from Warrington's point of view. They have Matty Ashton in his shadow.
Well, John Wilkin mentioned about the back rowers And it's James Batchelor who just works hard underneath the ball. George Williams doesn't think he's there, and he just does enough to knock the ball out of his hand and flip defence into attack. 20 metres away here, Dave.
Old Kingston Rovers have given themselves a fantastic position again. But Sue's dropped it.
They're both middlemen, just trying to play with one another. I like the idea. The execution of it just means that the Wolves breathe a sigh of relief. The short ball there, just trying to isolate Sawaso Su on top of George Williams.
Still a game to be won. Vaughan's about to come back on the field as well. Warrington will welcome that. The heavy artillery returning. Oh, my goodness, Ashton juggling the ball. Walker. Crowder's the man who's giving way, by the way. Crowder's gone running off the field, and Vaughan is now back in the middle of that Warrington pack. Refreshed, revived. Just has to skip away of that flat ball that went right across his chest. Here's Walker. Vaughan now is keen to get in, but it's to Curry. Walker's in there. He'll kick behind the 40. Kicks behind the 40, and it bounces beyond the 20. It is an attacking kick from Walker. Doesn't that lift the Warrington mood? Suddenly they have prime position.
Massive, massive kick there from Walker, who puts his side on the front foot. His third straight game off the bench, having started all of them before.
And Paul Vaughan's first carry since his return. 5 plays to go. Warrington 8 metres out. Curry standing start, very much a standing start. Just got a little disconnected there, didn't they? But Walker has it now. Williams pops it back. Dufty, and here comes Lindop. Referee ignoring the on-field histrionics. Dufty back to Williams. Musgrove. Oh, and Walker puts it to ground. And they are leaping up and down, the Rovers players, celebrating another massive moment in a massive game.
Well, Danny Walker came up with a huge play before the big 40-20. From Musgrove, just do your job and take the tackle, carry the ball hard and direct. And Danny Walker, he's not expecting that. You can almost see he turns around and looks at his man out of the pack and just thinks, what are you doing?
Well, a grim look, summing up a rather grim situation at the moment for Warrington. We talk about them, the Wolves, laying down a marker in recent weeks. Well, it's their opponents who are doing that at the moment. Litton. Skipping effort forward. It has taken Old Kingston Rovers. Jack Brown on the field, by the way. Oh, there's a bit of optimism. Thought he could just get out of the tackle and run another few yards, but the referee reminded him that the tackle was held.
Good offload that.
That wasn't a held, that is a terrific offload, and Tyrone May is playing with the defenders here. 2 to go. 2 to go in this set. Burgess. Litton. Straightened up by Whitbread. So the last play is the next here. Litton. To May. He's looking for the kick that's high, very high. Ashton comes a long way here. And the offload. Oh, and if Batchelor had held on to that, it was a try. But Ashton came a long way, and from the naked eye, Dufty looked a lot closer.
Just look at how many Hull KR shirts are in the frame there. The kick goes up. Now, I understand that the right edge has the advantage in terms of the left edge of the Warrington Wolves having to turn and sprint back. But there just seems to be more effort.
They've absolutely got away with one there, haven't they, Warrington? Lindop. Here's Vaughan.
Well, they've got 15 minutes to try and rescue and claw this game back. But it was the first 40 that undone it all. The ambush from the Hull Kingston Rovers was just shocked and rattled Warrington.
Williams out to Thewlis, who skirts inside but only finds eager Rovers defenders again. Williams comes right across the face of that defence, but Tyrone May's having none of that. But Dufty, well, it's Drinkwater who might still be released. Walker, this is the 6. Oh, and Walker gets the pass away. Williams can't keep a hold. Burgess picks it up. Hull Kingston Rovers, a little bit of a problem. I think Peter Hiku's down injured, but back in control of the situation again as Ryan Hall just pushing his big body forward again, landing inside the Warrington half. Hiku, it's going to be okay. Spin and a hit by Brown. Gets the ball away. Hadley takes it on. Warrington's defence having to do a little bit more work again here. It's taking a little more fuel out of the tank. May, Batchelor. Here's Hiku, back again. May. Step by Gildart. Gildart's put down. 2 plays to go. 15 out. Hull Kingston Rovers will fancy this. It's back with May. Straightened up and hit forward again. Whitbread down. One last roll of the dice for Hull Kingston Rovers. Close to the line. May steps back on the inside, keeping that ball free. Referee reminds him it's the last play. Litton pops it over the top. Hanley gets the pass away. Ryan Hall is superbly dealt with. Josh Thewlis just got the shoulder in, puts him out of play. But Warrington still have a lot of work to do from this position.
Yeah, Hadley looked like he was just going to slide that through. Decides to fire the ball out to Hall. It's good defence from Thewlis. Just waits for Hall to collect it, shoulder underneath, and ushers him over the side.
Well, the Rovers fans are singing all the songs tonight. Joyful patch of people dressed in pink and red who are loving every minute of what they're watching at the moment. This is Bourne labouring himself forward. He's got the arms trapped to his chest by Batchelor, so can't promote it. Drinkwater pops it back. Dufty's looking on the outside of Hiku, swings away from the attempted tackle, dodges back to the middle, but just runs into even more trouble. 11 minutes to go. Hull Kingston Rovers have got the clock on their side. Warrington need to score quickly. And 1 play to go in this set. Walker. Williams. Well, you could hear the groans from the Warrington fans. It's gone backwards and has given no opportunity for Bateman to do anything with it. Well, a disbelief from the coach. It's just not working for Warrington tonight.
But Dave, it's kick pressure again. And it's Dean Hadley who just works that little bit harder to spook Williams, to not let him put the kick where it needs to be. And effort is what it takes to win the biggest of games. And it's the small margins, the small actions that accumulate to the bigger picture. And OKR, as they enter inside the final 10 minutes, will see themselves climb to the top of the Betfred Super League after 20 rounds. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, and we reckon it's the first time since the 80s they've been up there at the top of the top division. I'm sure someone will correct us on that, but I think you're going back to the likes of Roger Millwood, Roger the Dodger, that kind of era. Here's Lewis. And quick hands again, it's all going as planned. Ryan Hall shot down, but 2 plays to go, and Rovers again are knocking on that Warrington door. Lewis just straightened up by Brown. So last play, Litton runs out of dummy half, throws it back to May. May tosses one over the top. Burgess has been asked an awful lot there because Ashton just coming in and closing him down. And it's a handover, but on Hull Kingston Rovers' terms almost again.
Yeah, and that's the key, isn't it? High shot there.
Penalty.
Yeah, rightly so. clear as day from where we are up here. On the youngster, it's James Batchelor. As Lindop just snaps hard off his right foot. I beg your pardon, it's Joe Burgess who catches him high.
I think Batchelor just saw himself in the big screen and pulled a face as if to say, why are they showing me? That wasn't me. Yeah, there we go. He's going to be completely confused now.
Cameraman Carl.
There's the criminal. There's the miscreant on that occasion, and a guilty smile.
Well, it's almost now or never, isn't it, for Warrington? The way that this game's panned out, it has to click.
2 tries, 2 goals will take us into golden point extra time. But there are only 9 minutes remaining, and the way Hull Kingston Rovers have defended tonight, it is going to take some toil, some spirit and some magic for Warrington to open them up in what's left of the game. Well, they're up to the halfway line. The horn's going to carry them another 5 metres. And plays. Walker goes right. Here's Bateman. So a couple of plays left here for Warrington this time. 30 metres out. Bending a ridge. Oh, Williams came on at pace. But underneath all of that was Luckley, I think, with a tackle. And it's the last. And it's Dufty. Looking for the corner. Burgess picks up safely. Threatens to burst. Warrington having to rescue what could have been a dangerous situation. They just play the game now, Hull Kingston Rovers, don't they?
Yeah, they don't have to do anything fancy. They don't have to win the game again. They've just got to get through the sets, kick the ball long, chase hard. I just think their performance, apart from that sort of 15-minute patch where they just started the second half sloppy and allowed Warrington back into the game, if they fix that, then it's nigh on a perfect performance from Hull Kingston Rovers.
Tyrone May was on the 30-metre mark, but he's not searching the touchline, he's just belting it downfield. It's caught here by Ashton. And Hull Kingston Rovers' defence, as it has been all night, is efficient and up there and doing its job. And Warrington's players struggling to get behind the play the ball here as well.
Yeah, they're all just crowded in and around the play of the ball. A little bit of shape to the right edge, and that's the way they come through Ben Curry. It's just a one-out carry. It is a difficult part of the game when you're chasing points.
Well, the fatigue on both sides is measurable by the body language, isn't it? You can tell they've both been in an extensive battle here tonight. Have Warrington got the will and the wherewithal to drag those tired bodies to victory, or the Hull Kingston Rovers hang on to a big, big win? Drinkwater, this time on the last, sticks it up there. Burgess, he's got his eyes on it and leapt. Well, I think he stands at about 6'4". He was about 8'3" when he caught that.
He climbed so high there. I think Burgess has had an exceptional game. Just look at the height he gets on there.
And here's Ryan Hall. He's doing that job.
Their outside backs have done terrific things for Willie Peters. Here's another one taking over now. Crosses over the halfway line.
Reynolds gets up and plays. Every set of 6 that passes takes Hull Kingston Rovers closer. And that's 5. So expect the kick here. May's in position. Puts it up in the air. There'll be a challenge here, will there? No, Ashton. Oh, yes, there is. Burgess got up there and in his face, and it got a touch. And Hull KR are giving another set of 6. Another set of 6. Is this where the killer blow is delivered? Whitbread with the carry. Into dummy half goes Lytton. Luckley. Well, it looked for a moment as he might have had a chance there. Vaughan does well to chop him down. Lytton puts it back. Minchella again now. Minchella with just a heavy drive. Another set. They've restarted the set count, I think, here. Spun back. Whitbread, they're not trying anything. They're just quite happy to roll down the clock and drive it in, and then when they come to the late stages of the play, it comes out to a little jogging, dancing Gildard, who's holding off Nicholson.
Mikey Lewis sat in the pocket here, 1 pointer.
Drop goal will win it for certain. Lytton spins it back, and here comes Mikey Lewis with that one. Oh, it got a hand on it. It got a hand on it. And it's play on, but the next best is that they force the drop out. So again, the eagerness of that and the alertness of that Hulkingston Rovers defensive line, knowing that there were scraps to be won there.
Well, it's having your head in the play, isn't it? Nala Valls just chases there and does enough to trap Matty Nicholson in goal. They'll get another set, and you can bet that they'll set up for the same outcome here. Short dropout maybe.
Well, Drinkwater a little too much on that, which made it an easier catch than it might have been. And Gildard picks it up, and Hull KR come back for more.
Well, what a job Willie Peters has done, though, Dave. If you think about the games that man has been involved in, he's had to learn a number of lessons along the way, semi-final losses as well in that. But tonight, in a big game that you feel, yes, there's enough left of the season to play, but it's a really, really good job here tonight.
Luckily, driving it in. Hulkingston Rovers poised again. 6 or 1, either outcome would fit them well. May searching, flicks it away. Batchelor onto Hiku. Hiku tries to straighten up Lindop, and Hiku with the try that wins the game. What a night for Hulkingston Rovers. We need confirmation.
Just make sure
balance of evidence suggests it is a try
on the first offence, or whether there's a hand under it. The live call is try.
Live call try. Let's hear from the video referee.
Okay, the live decision is a try on field. We're just confirming Hiku does ground the ball the first time. That's a slow, please. Yeah, he's in possession at this point. Still in possession. Still in possession there. He's fighting towards the line. Is there anything from behind? The ball appears to be down there. Something from behind, please, just to confirm the ball is actually touching the floor. I've confirmed he is over the line. Just want to confirm the ball is touching the floor. And you can see there the ball is touching the ground. I made my decision.
So confirmation of what we suspected. Peter Hiku, the former Warrington man, scores the try that absolutely confirms a massive, massive Hulkingston Rovers win. The emotion is there for all to see.
And a win that takes them to the summit of the Betfred Super League. Their top try scorer this season with 12 now. He hasn't scored in the last 5 games, but the one he has done is a killer blow in this game. Another offload. That's been a feature of Hulkingston Rovers all night. Their ability to keep the ball alive and offload. They've done it on a number of occasions. And it was Tyrone May, the little skip, the fend, gets on the outside of young Aaron Lindop and has enough strength to put the ball down. And with that, they take 2 points back over.
So Lytton, well, look at that. What a night, what an emotion. Jez Lytton just settles himself here, swings that left boot, doesn't matter whether it goes in or not, but it has gone in just for good measure. 22 points to 4. It's a long journey on the M62 from one side of the country to the other on a Friday night, but every mile of that return will be joyous. They've made a big statement tonight of Hulkingston Rovers. Every week, somebody else seems to be putting themselves in the frame. And tonight, it's Hulkingston Rovers. Still might be a response here from Warrington, but it ain't going to change the outcome.
No, they've been second best. They'll learn from this, no doubt about it. They've been in fantastic form with the Wolves. They came up against a team that just looked right from the off that they wanted it a little bit more. They were willing to do the ugly parts of the game, the kick pressure, the diving on loose balls, the front loading their energy in defence. away from home as well. This is a super win for KR.
Three tackles to go here for Warrington, but very much a lost cause. Williams, Duffy pops one over the top. Ashton, forward pass, and they're already celebrating the victory. There's a minute and a bit to go, but they're already in the mood, getting themselves ready for the song at the end.
Duffy there under pressure from Hiku, who jams in, forces the pass, handshakes all around and smiles for that man, Willie Peters, as he continues to take this club and those fans on a dream that leads towards Old Trafford potentially, Dave. 40 seconds left in this game. They thoroughly deserve the win, they really do.
Well, they've come here with attitude tonight, and they've delivered in terms of attitude and skill and application. Warrington Wolves were on that fantastic run. Leeds, St Helens, Wigan all scalped. But tonight, they found themselves up against a very worthy opposition who have bettered them. Seconds to go. Wait for the noise from the Rovers' end when the hooter sounds. Lytton dances away. Just sucks up the last few seconds. Hooter sounds, referee blows his whistle. And what a statement. Is this the night when their grand final credentials have been proven not only to all those watching, but to themselves? Is this the night that self-belief really does begin to grow in amongst those Hulkingster Rovers, players and fans? Defensively dominant, cutthroat in attack. The Robins are rocking, and they have beaten Warrington by 22 points to 4.
And I can tell you, the shirts are coming off in the away end. They will not forget their night here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium if Hull KR go on to do something special this season. What a performance, what a victory, such an important 2 competition points. And for Willie Peters and Hull KR, they go to the summit for the first time this season. Last week they entered the top 3 for the first time. They have now gone to the top, pushing Wigan down into 2nd and Warrington into 3rd. In the race for this year's League Leader Shield, we couldn't ask for a better picture. John Wilkin, Jody Cunningham.
Sublime from Hull KR, from start to finish. Dictated the intensity of the game, primarily defensively. I thought they were almost flawless in that department. Made what is an incredibly threatening team in